Hello everyone, and welcome to another live stream of Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. Today I'm going to be using what I'm calling budget builds. Somebody was talking to me in the previous live stream, and he was talking about how he has trouble copying my builds because he doesn't have the gamma armor, but he wants to fight Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. And I was thinking to myself that this is actually pretty relevant because unlike some of the other fights in the game, you can fight Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth if you have a really low hunter rank. So you probably have hunters going in who want to fight Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth, and they don't know how to build for their favorite weapon or whatever it is they're doing. So today I'm just going to kind of mess around with that idea. I'm going to use no gamma armor. I think that Elder Dragon armor is fair game if it's alpha and beta. And then, yeah, that's it. And then for the weapons, I'm probably going to pick weapons that are mostly only craftable. I'm going to avoid weapons that were like RNG rewards from actual Kulve Taroth. Let's get started. Here's the session ID. I'll give you a second or two to screenshot it if you want to, but then I'm going to leave it. Also, I always have the description. The description of my live stream always has the session ID as well. Anyone is welcome to join. As usual, on Pursuit 1, Pursuit 2, you're not allowed to attack Kulve Taroth. You can only gather tracks. So we're doing this method where you gather tracks. It's just a faster method of reaching Pursuit level 3, 4, and 5. Actually, we got a full team of 16 people doing it. Man, it was fast. It was a very fast way to get all your pursuit level up in just about, I don't know, what do you want to say, like 9 minutes? Very fast. Probably the best method to farm Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth if you're not just defeating her from Pursuit 1, which we know most people aren't going to be able to defeat her from Pursuit 1. Let's go ahead and pick up these mushrooms, because I like mushrooms. We're going to fertilize them. Oh, I didn't check to see how many I had in my pouch. Not pouch, my inventory. How's it going, by the way, everybody? I haven't looked at the chat. Let me take a look. What's everybody saying? The TheGameconomist. Yep, today we're doing budget builds. That is right. Let's go to the Gathering Hub. Hey, how's it going? XXX AC? Gameconomist, great job on the canteen video. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, for those who are watching the stream right now, I made a... I suppose it's more of an introductory guide to the canteen. Some people claimed it wasn't as in-depth as they would have liked it to be. But you guys have to understand, when I'm making a guide, and I'm trying to make the guide capture people's understanding of the game, maybe like for the first time, if you make it too complicated, they're going to like check out. They're not going to actually absorb that information or understand it in relation to the actual game, right? If you start going into some really deep details, which you certainly can, I feel like people actually check out. They go, this is they're going to have trouble absorbing some of the other information in the video. Does that make sense? So I'm thinking about changing the title of the guide to Introductory Guide to Canteen, but I feel like that's not fair either, because it actually pretty much covers everything you should know about the canteen. It just doesn't get into like really deep specific detail. Anyways, that's a totally different subject. That's the other video. You're welcome to go watch that. I thought it was pretty good. I worked on it for a while. Actually, it's one of the most tedious videos I've edited in a long time. But for now, let's focus on playing Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth using budget builds. I was playing around with that last night. I have one on right now. I'm going to go ahead and save it right here. We're going to save it. And maybe what we'll do is, here's Kulve 123, Kulve 123, Kulve 4. Let's rename this right here. Oops. We're going to rename this Kulve Budget. Okay, that's Kulve Budget, and what we'll do now, we'll just get rid of all these other builds that I must have worked on at some point. No idea what any of them are. Oops. Look, that one says slap. It's probably for Insatiable Gunlance. Yep. Kulve Greatsword. We ought to use the Insatiable Gunlance against Kulve Taroth. That would be fun. I haven't used melee Gunlance in a long time. Alright, so Kulve Budget is empty. We can add anything we want here now. We'll go ahead and put this one at the top, the one we have right now. Because what we actually need to do, we need to start out by changing over to our Forager build. Here it is. You'll notice I have the Lumu Baron 3. This hunting horn is giving me the Scoutfly buff. So if I have teammates that have equipped Intimidator like I have, see look, on the build Intimidator 3. If you have that equipped, the Gajalakas, they're not going to like aggro you as quickly, and then you can use Scout Fly Up, and it's really good for collecting tracks. I think is a really good way to get through that track run better. We'll go to Manage Items. We're going to empty our inventory. this lets us gather more items. How's it going, everybody? There's Bane doing some kind of point. Erosio. He's one of the mods in the Discord channel, by the way. You should go join that. There's Artemis. I played with Artemis a lot. There's Ryok. Let's see how many people we have in the session so far. We have just a few people. Huh, funny. Yesterday it filled up really fast. I don't know why. But today I guess a little bit slower. Maybe people are already getting tired of her. Well, she's only going to be here for a week, so you got to farm her this week or not farm her at all, because you're going to be... Oh, I don't remember what we move on to after her. What do we move on to? Arch-Tempered Teostra after Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. Let's go ahead and queue up a group.
Hello.
Might as well let the people who joined early get a chance to be in the live stream. I think that's fair. Alright. I've been thinking about having a new rule for who gets into the group. I was thinking it might be fun. Whoever has the lowest hunter rank level in the group can have a guaranteed spot in the live stream. I think that would be fun. Just to make sure that we're helping him get his weapons. The downside to it, though, would be is if we had a bunch of failed runs, that wouldn't be any good. So I wouldn't want to experiment as much. I would want to just play really hard with my best builds and not really practice any builds to ensure that I get maximum rewards in the shortest amount of times. So that would be the drawback, but it would also be nice for the player who has a lower hunter rank to kind of do it that way, right? No clickbait thumbnail? What are you talking about? I had $signs on this thumbnail. Hello, Bane. I'm finally in the chat, he says. Let's see how many people we have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I counted that wrong. So we're full. We might wait another second or two just to give people a chance to join the session. Maybe I'll do an arm wrestle. Ryok's like, okay. Who's gonna lose? Who's gonna win? Oh, he won. Nice job, Ryok. Bane's like, me next. No way, man. My arm will get tired. They said there was going to be no PvP in Monster Hunter. They lied. PvP right there, guys. For all you guys saying PvP would never work. What are you talking about? It's right there. Ooh, we need some more players, guys. Oh, I did ping the Discord. You know what I forgot to do, though? I forgot to share that I was going live. Let me get that real fast. I totally forgot to do that. That's probably why we are not getting people as quickly. Of course. Alright, that'll definitely boost the number of people in the group. Completely forgot to do that. Alright, well I tell you what, let's go ahead and get started with farming those tracks now, because we really want to move on and start collecting the rewards while we're here. I'm going to go ahead and eat this for the stamina. My cat's going crazy behind me, she's making a bunch of noise. There we go, like as soon as I post that we get another person. Rudy says he'd join if he could. Hey, how's it going, Boxhead? I ran Kulve Taroth with the Botany Gathering build. I got the Kiar Daggers Magma, which are a complete disgrace. Related? Oh, right, I should have my Kulve Taroth guide. I should have a link to that ready, so I can spam it in the in the live chat. Make you guys have to watch it. It's because I know what's going to happen. People are going to be like, how do I... Hold on, go over here to videos. They're going to be like, why are you only gathering tracks? That's what everybody's going to ask. Why are you only gathering tracks, guys? Where is my Kulve? Here it is. Grab him in here. nothing is slowing down our computer. How's it going, Monster Hunter World Atlas? Alright, we'll just... Oops. That's not what I wanted to say. I want to say... Be sure to watch my... Oh!
There it is. At last.
God damn it.
Reminds me of that time. Now get out there.
Got it. Alright. Let's get started. Time to sniff some feet, guys.
You ready?
Budget builds. Budget build. It was kind of fun playing with the budget build. I did one last night because I was thinking about doing this live stream today. And where is she? Is she all the way back there? She is all the way back there. Yeah, I was thinking about doing budget builds last night, and I played with it, and I was kind of surprised. You know, it didn't actually feel like it made too big of a difference to use a cheaper build. And that's what we're going to be exploring today. I mean, you could tell there was a difference. You could tell, but it wasn't a huge difference. Devil's Blight. Another Devil's Blight. Honey. Lots of goodies. That was a bitter bug I just missed. Another Devil's Blight. The Devil's Blight is used in crafting Mega Barrel Bombs, for those who didn't know. So kind of gathering those Devil's Blights is going to make it more affordable to actually craft a bunch of Mega Barrel Bombs later, which is what you should be doing when you're fighting Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth. She's very weak to Barrel Bombs. She takes more damage to Barrel Bombs than other monsters do, so they're very valuable when fighting her. The other thing about Kulve Taroth is when her mantle is not glowing red, right? You know what I'm talking about. She has terrible hit zone values on that golden mantle. Well, guess what ignores that? Barrel Bombs. Barrel Bombs and explosive damage types ignore her mantle and its terrible hit zones to do the same amount of damage every time. And that's why we care about Barrel Bombs and Mega Barrel Bombs. And that's why the Devil's Blight is so valuable, because if you aren't gathering Devil's Blight, like I just did, you're going to run out of Devil's Blight. Like you will, and then you'll have to farm it, and that means you're not farming something else, like the ingredients for a max potion, right? Look, you can pick up large barrel bombs on this run. Those are expensive. So for new players, picking up those large barrel bombs on the first run, the Pursuit 1 run, probably saves you a lot of money. For me, I don't care. I have a crazy amount of money. I can buy as many barrel bombs as I want. So it doesn't matter to me, but for you, it does matter. You're going to save some money doing that. Also, here, let's get that scout fly out. There it is. Let's give you a chance to try out the hunting horn if you've never used it. It's not that complicated. I mean, it gets complicated if you want to get good with the hunting horn, but beyond that, it's pretty simple. You just play the notes that you see on your screen, and then you push the right trigger to release those buffs. You push it again to release it a second time. Oh man, the birds are coming back. It's springtime, guys. That is definitely a bird. Man, I went out on Sunday. I went out to a wildlife conservation to go for a nice hike. We have some hilly areas where I live. Oh my god, you forget how nice the good weather is when you haven't had it in a long time. You forget how good it is for like your health and everything. You know, we're like getting depressed and dying. We're just sitting in our house. When I go for like a walk, I just literally just walk in a circle in my living room. Nope, we went to the conservation reservation, whatever it is, and it was beautiful outside for a change. Sunny, mostly warm. I had a jacket, and it was like breathing life again is what it felt like. So it's too bad though. Here in I live in Missouri, the United States, and the weather is definitely going to get nasty again. It'll get extremely hot in no time. It'll be like 100 degrees, like it usually does in Missouri. I rarely run earplugs. I think artillery is more important than earplugs, especially for guns where you can guard wars. So I would agree with that. The other thing I would say is for certain monsters that roar a lot, you can still take earplugs, especially with the gun lances, because they've got room for the earplugs. I mean, you're using a gun lance. They just need artillery and maybe focus if you're going long shot. And that leaves you a lot of open spaces, and what you can do is you can keep attacking through the horde. So in a sense, it's not just a defensive skill, it's slightly an offensive skill too, because you get to rather than having to actively dodge that roar, you just keep attacking. And it depends on how skilled you are too. Like a really skilled speedrunner, they're like, I don't want earplugs in this case because I'm just going to dodge it and keep attacking, and I'm going to put something like peak performance in. But if you're more of an average player like I am, the Cartonomist, if you're more of an average player and you're not going to hit every one of those roars, you're not going to dodge it, you know, earplugs large can actually be a positive good on your build. So I know people get all bent up about getting the strongest possible build. We're gonna have every, you know what I mean? But then you kind of forget defense actually does play a role in this game, and you end up having a higher damage, whatever you want to call it, like threshold, ceiling. Yet your effectiveness is bound by your actual skill in the game, and that's why knowing what's the strongest isn't always the most important thing. Earplugs is actually it's a track sniffing only run. Does somebody ask why we're not attacking her? Here's my guide. Whenever somebody asks why we're not attacking Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth, I'm going to post my guide in the live chat. Scepter says, read my chat up top. Let's see. Let's charm his earplugs. I want to try solo the Arch-Tempered Luna with your counter build, but I have no artillery jewels. Please help. Oh, okay. So if that's the case, use the artillery decorations. Definitely, use the artillery decorations. So if you just can't meet the build requirements, artillery is really important because you got to have that extra damage. Yeah, definitely. And if you can build earplugs a different way, you could try to do that. It certainly helps against Arch-Tempered Lunastra, in my opinion. But if you can't do that, you at least have to have artillery, and you can try to just guard the roars, like they were saying. Gotta love the guide marketing. Well, you know, when we started doing this, we would just tell them why we're doing the Pursuit 1, and what happened was I ran this stream enough times that I'm actually legitimately tired of explaining it. Every time, why aren't they attacking them? It's just like, let me give you this explanation. It's like, no, now I'm just going to tell you you're going to have to look it up. We're doing it for a reason, that's why. I know it's in my self-interest to get them to watch that video, sure, but I am honestly tired of explaining it. I think anyone would be. Yeah, I've explained it like, how many times have I streamed Arch-Tempered Kulve Taroth? It's been a lot of times. This is not my first time fighting her. Alright. Kind of off topic, but do you know when is the next event for Wyvern Ignition Greatsword? So it's not coming soon. We know that. We know it's not coming in the next 3 weeks. On Thursday, I believe, the event schedule will update, and then I'll make a news video, and we'll see if the Every Hunter's Dream is available. That's the event quest you're talking about. That's the one you want. We'll see if it's coming in the next 3 weeks. Otherwise, you've got a long wait until the Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword is back. In the meantime, I would use the Anguish Devil Joe Greatsword. That's the second strongest Greatsword. It's totally craftable, so you have no problems. You can just craft that. Augment it, 1 health regen, 1 affinity, 1 affinity augmentation. And it is weaker, but it's not that much weaker. It's weak enough that is, you will definitely swap right up to Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword when you unlock it. But until then, it's your best choice. I met a really toxic guy in a Kulve Taroth run. He was throwing a fit because we didn't cut off her horns fast enough. Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic about toxic masculinity and stripping Kulve. You were being serious. He was mad because you didn't cut her horns off fast enough. Man, there's so much elitism and there's so much bad. It's not even a competitive game, guys. Like, chill, man. All right, let's go ahead. I've already got this build ready. We said Kulve budget build, and here it is, Terror Tyrannus, right? That's going to be a Switchblade build. I thought it would be fun to do Switchblade just because I've got this one augmented, so that's good. And the other reason is totally craftable, and you can see with the build, Nergi Helm, Uragan Male Alpha, Kaiser Vambrace Alpha, Uragan Coil Beta, Empress Greaves Beta. So it's very easy to build this. Anyone should be able to get this. Handicraft Charm, everyone should have Handicraft Charm. It's really a very valuable charm to have. And here are my skills. So I've got Fire Resistance, Vitality, Protection. Obviously, if I wanted to, I could have gone 4 attack, raising my damage and giving myself a little more affinity, but I decided to go something that I think that maybe a newer player should actually use, Fire resistance is going to help us against her fire attacks. Health boost 3. Divine Blessing is especially not necessary, but again, I'm just putting together a build that I think is going to help people who are just starting out. You can see that my fire resistance is already at 21. See, and the reason why it's not that important for it to be at 21 is because we can actually eat at the canteen to bring it over 21, but at the threshold of 20, you gain blight immunity to those elemental attacks, and that's really useful. So that's a big deal when you're fighting any elemental monster. Hello, Saras Victoria. There is someone getting tracks by themselves. You know, I don't think we should wait. If you're getting tracks by yourselves, and we're already at pursuit level 4, I think that we're just going to get started. We're not going to hold up the stream for one person. If there were like 2 teams out, then yeah, we're going to hold up the stream and wait for them to come in. Let's go ahead and fill out our items. Look at all these nice items we got, by the way. We got bomb berry for using cluster bombs. I use those all the time, so yeah, that's valuable. Mandragora, that's for making max potions. So there's 4 max potions. Honey, bitterbug, devil's blight, that's 6 mega barrel bombs. 10 blue mushrooms. I'm currently harvesting those. The large barrel bombs, those are expensive. That doesn't really bother me, but they are expensive. Oops. And some other stuff. This stuff is not as important. The other stuff was. Mandragora and devil blight's important. Those take a while to harvest. Oops. Let me grab my... Here we are. I honestly don't even need the Astera Jerky. You need it for 2 fights. You need it for the Behemoth, and you need it for Ancient Leshen now. Ancient Leshen also causes bleed. God, Ancient Leshen was so well designed. I'm surprised how many people didn't like it. So my affinity is only going to be at 15%. That's pretty bad. That's why we only have 1 critical boost decoration. Because you don't want to put... There's a point where critical boost is costing you like 10% more affinity, and it would be better to have that affinity because you're not actually getting the benefit of critical boost until you actually have a good threshold of affinity, right? So crit boost is only activating when you have affinity. Does that make sense? And that means if you have really bad affinity, you don't really even need crit boost. It's not ever going to come into play because you're not getting critical hits on your monster. So that's why we have 1 level of critical boost, and the rest of the points are in weakness exploit and maximum might. Yeah, there's a threshold. Somebody taught me it. It was like 70, 80, 90, something like that for crit boost 1, 2, and 3. So we're hitting roughly 65% affinity when weakness exploit is activating. Yeah. I should ask somebody online about all that. I'll look up the math or something. I'm too lazy right now, though. Alright, so we have Anna, Erosio, and Bane. We can take a look at their builds. Kiara, Strong Arm Spark. It's a Power Elemental File. It's Crit Eye, Attack Boost, Thunder Attack, Focus, Part Breaker, Bombardier, Weakness Exploit, Capacity Boost, Critical Element. Okay, and then Erosio. Kiara Blitz Thunder is a very powerful build. The light bowguns using Thunder ammo is arguably the meta for killing Kulve on stages 1, 2, and 3. And then Bane using Monarch. I do not recognize Monarch at all. No idea what that's from. What tree it's from. It's a Thunder Dual Blades. That makes sense. Crit Eye, Attack Boost, Thunder Attack, Weakness Exploit, Crit Boost 2, Part Breaker 2, Peak Performance 2. He probably could have given up that... Oh, he's getting it from Empress Mail. No, he couldn't have given that up. Never mind. Power Prolonger and Airborne. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Wait, did I eat? What do we want? I'm just going to go... I'm going to pretend I'm a newer player. I'm going to eat for the Chef's Choice platters, and then I'm maxing out my health. So Nagri says Monarch are the pure and dual blades, but they are not very good. Slick Rick says, hopefully you get the weapons you need in this stream, Gameconomist. Thank you, Slick Rick. I liked the Leshen, but my friends didn't because they couldn't beat it on the first try. Exactly. People get really mad if a monster is genuinely difficult, but come on, guys. That's the whole idea. First, you have people complaining that all the monsters in Monster Hunter World are too easy, and then Capcom finds a way to make them difficult, and then they complain that he's too difficult. So what do you guys want? Yeah, personally, I want monsters to be difficult. I think that's when a game really services its hardcore player base, is when they offer a true challenge, and they already created a version of the Leshen fight where it's not as challenging, and that would be the special assignment, Contract, Woodland, Trouble in the Wood, Ancient Forest, there we go, Trouble in the Ancient Forest. So that's I thought that was a pretty good compromise. You guys get an easy quest and a hard quest. But people are still angry, man. They're like, well, it's because they want the rewards. They want the rewards, but they don't want the struggle. That's what it really is.
There it is.
Alright, we'll pick up this stone. I'm like admonishing you guys.
Reminds me of that time.
Well, not you guys. Obviously, all of you guys love the Ancient Legend like I do, right? So, if you're a newer player, let's say that you don't have a lot of Mega Barrel Bombs. And that's just how it is. Okay? Boulders are falling, and what we're going to do because of that, because you don't have a lot of Mega Barrel Bombs, we're actually going to operate the cannons.
See you around, buddy.
Somebody's helping us too. This Bane. Bane pushed a little too far one direction. Okay, he fixed it. Okay, we're at 4. She's going to stand up. Oh, that's too bad. So she's going to keep moving, and we're going to keep up with her. Using the cannons takes a lot of practice. Oh, horn gold plating broken. Maybe we will come back. Where does she land? Ooh, she landed right in front of this, actually. So we're going to keep going. I think we can get 2 shots. Oh, it might be 1 shot. We're going for 2 shots. Nice. Cost a little stack here. So when you're using a cannon, the big deal with them is that they have a very long delay when you're shooting them, when you're loading them. So you have to really strongly predict exactly what your target is going to do. You really have to know. Another thing you're going to want to avoid when using the cannons is you have to understand, am I breaking a wall, and how is that going to affect her movement? You don't actually want Kulve Taroth to take any shortcuts, because anytime Kulve Taroth gets to take a shortcut, she gets to avoid a falling boulder, and that means your team loses out on like 2,000 damage. So we're going to point this over here, because she's heading toward this hole next. We're going to point it about right here? I think we actually want to point it right here. Okay. And then we're going to join them over there to make sure that these boulders... Oh, nice. They got it. They got the boulders. So those were the boulders, and the only thing we have left to do now is wait for her to stand back up. I'm a little worried if we fire it now that the cannonballs will go over her. It doesn't always do that, though. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Alright, she's standing up. It looked like they went over her. We might have had to tilt it a little more to the left. So after she goes into that hole, she always comes out of this hole. Always. And this time we are going to use our barrel bombs. So you guys know what that looks like.
Over here.
Alternatively, we could have killed those 2 cannons over there. There's 2 cannons over there. And hit her as she moves, but we're going to do this. So my radio menu has been set up to craft warm barrel bombs. Very important. Saves you a lot of time. Giant horns chip. What that means is that you no longer have to attack her horns. Alright, she's winning now. She's going to roar and decide to go to stage 2 in just a second. And what we're going to do in the meantime, we're going to load up. How about I show off this cannon over here? We're going to load up this cannon. Captain's going to go, ha ha ha, good work. Don't lose track of her. Yep. And that's the sign that she's running to stage 2. And this is the other cannon you can prepare. As she's coming down, you can actually fire a lot of cannons at her, but it depends on how much time you spent getting them ready. There she is. Actually, it's a pretty good angle on her. Alright, and then we hang from this wedge beetle because we're going to deal a little bit of mount damage to her. Not too much. You don't want to actually mount her until stage 4. Stage 4 mount is very important as a form of crowd control because she's going to get knocked over and the whole team's going to get beat up on her for a while. The goal is just to kind of like set up that mount. You don't actually want to mount her until stage 4. People who mount Kulve Taroth before stage 4 are actively making it harder for their team to win. So you just don't want to do it. I understand some people are biased. Oh, I tried it. It's very hard to dodge forward. That's why evade extender, not evade extender, evade window, as well as sorry, evade extender Let's just mess that up. Evade will build, as well as reflect the value. What speedrunners actually like to do is they like to do something called... Got away from that. They like to use something called the evasion, and that gives them except they didn't actually got damage. It also gives them a damage boost when they successfully dodge something. So when she's going underground like this, a lot of people like to play bombs now. But since you're poor, this is like maybe I should talk about why we're basically relying on raw damage. There's probably a better thunder build that we could take a look at. What I noticed though, when you're building for raw weapons, it's much cheaper raw damage. Very expensive to build base. Back under. We lost our white sharpness, wonderful sharpness. You'll notice I haven't used one of these. You certainly can. I'm just showing you that. Part of not being able to let go is just kind of chill around. You want to make sure you know what a lot of the times I actually fail to follow my own rule on that. And the reason is because I'm trying to do a lot of damage. People get kind of greedy. I think that's the way a lot of people die is they get greedy. And I get greedy all the time. So I'm kind of telling you guys to do what I'm doing. Oh, Anna used a booster over there. We're going to go get that because that's going to help us do a lot more damage. So this is going to bring our affinity up. Watch Brad. 65% now. And with weakness exploit is actually going to be 100. And that's good.
Keep yourself together.
Oh, she's not out. Oh, we didn't get to take advantage of that affinity. That's alright. So, we're on the hill, and the temptation on this hill is to jump on her and do a jump attack. You actually still can, if I understand correctly. Her tail will not count for the amount. So, if you're going to use that attack her tail, but if you attack her on the chest, you're going to get a mount, and it's going to be an early mount before you reach stage 4. You're going to screw everything up. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be the guy who's helping the team. Right? If you're a low level and you've never been booted, because players kind of, you know, you're experienced. So our goal here is to break all of her parts, and one of the easiest ways to make sure you break all of her parts is to keep rotating, because she tends to take splash damage. Is she going to shed? No, she hasn't shed. So we're going to go back to this back area. She's shooting at us? Oh no, she's shooting at Anna and we almost rolled into it. Hey, how's it going, Raphael Carvalho? Up your volume? I can't hear you. You can't hear my mic, is that right? Your voice volume needs to go... okay, thank you guys. We'll bring the sound effects down. Now you guys can turn up your devices. Let me know if that helps. My bad. Yeah. So she just shed. It'd be nice if we could drop that. Nice try. Ooh. You're all saying that the game volume's too loud. I heard you guys. Thank you very much. Raphael getting my attention. It's interesting. They make those donations very easy to read. because they're highlighted with a big color, like a big banner, and everyone else's comments, I'd have to actually stop and like sort through them. Alright, so we're in stage 4, and now as a melee weapon user, the best crowd control you can offer is to mount her, basically. Oops, looks like she knocked us back. Let's go ahead and eat. We're going to eat a max potion. That's going to heal us all the way. You know all about that move. She's not going to hit us with that. One of the things we have to do is we have to not just break her horns, we have to cut her tail. And we want to be real careful while we're doing that. She keeps using her little tail whip here. Oops. Okay, Rosio has mounted her, and what we're going to do is we are going to set down a, Mega Barrel Bomb here. Let me make sure that he doesn't actually knock her over there. Alright, so she's coming over here. We're going to put down our Mega Barrel Bombs. And she's going to run right into them because she's not very smart. See? And we just dealt 900 damage to her horns because of that. Also, you know, since he's going to bring her down, let's go ahead over to her tail. Actually, that was a good thing. So, he's mounted on her, but she still did her Fury, which is one of the things she can do. She can use this attack while he's mounted on her. And this is great. Holds her in place while we're doing tail damage. So we're not hitting her tail. Come on.
Watch yourself.
This dual blade user. That tail's gonna break any second now. Because we've got some good damage on it. There it goes. Alright, and that's why the mount is so important. So while she was knocked down, our bow user has given her a stun. That's good too. And now everyone's just dealing tons of damage. And her horn is broken. So you can see how when you fight Kulve Taroth in stage 4, if you can crowd control her, the fight becomes very easy. If you can't crowd control her, the fight's very difficult actually. So there's a very big difference. And that's why mounting her early in stages 1, 2, and 3 is a big no-no. You never want to do that. Alright, well there you guys go. That was the first budget build. You guys got a good chance to see how it played. I thought it played pretty well. I didn't feel like I was in danger at any point. I didn't feel like I wasn't contributing. I did feel like I was contributing. So yeah, a lot of it is just don't die on your teammates and really understand the mechanics of the actual fight, right? So like I knew not to mount her early. That's a big deal. But when you've got a player who's very new, they think that they should just be doing everything they can, and they're like, oh, I'll mount her early. They don't realize how much damage they're doing to the run by mounting her early. Little tricks like when she was running toward that pole in the room. There's 2 poles on the outer edge of the room. I knew that I could go to one of them and set down Mega Barrel Bombs, and she would take damage from that. So I did an additional 900 damage when Erosio had mounted her. Those little things like that that really make a huge difference for your team and make the fight very easy as opposed to very difficult. Does Fireproof Mantle resist the lava completely? No, but it does reduce it a lot. Fireproof Mantle is a better option than Rocksteady in my opinion. You could have Rocksteady and Fireproof Mantle, or you could have Temporal Mantle and Fireproof Mantle. In either cases, Fireproof Mantle is going to be a priority for your gear. And that is mostly because a lot of the time, Kulve Taroth's most dangerous moves are just her lava moves. She's got a lot of physical attacks, especially if you're using like a melee weapon. Her physical, because the defense for melee weapons is different for ranged weapons. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the ranged weapons take more melee damage and less elemental damage. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But yeah, so her physical attacks tend to not do as much to you, and then the physical attacks, or the elemental attacks, her lava breath is really what gets me killed. I'll end up being like trapped in it, and all the tick damage just, you know, just washes me away. What can I do after I've got most of the jewels and most of the armor? Speedruns? Is that what you're asking? Like, what is the end game content for the game? Yeah, I would say speedruns. faster move. Oh, that's the Nergigante helmet. So the question we have next is, what weapon should I run now? What I can do is I can run... How about hammer? Let's do hammer next. I think that's a good idea. Here we are, hammer. And I'm going to be running the Diablo Shatterer. So I think that the hammer is another great option for players looking for a budget build, and that's because with the hammer class, you have one of the best hammers in the game is the Diablo Shatterer, and is craftable. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for craftable weapons. So I think the setup we already have is going to be pretty good here. It's going to translate pretty well. Handicraft Charm again, but we're going to make one small change. We're actually going to use this this pair of legs called the Death Stench Heel. Okay, this is going to give us 2 more levels of handicraft. It brings us all the way up to 5 pieces of handicraft. It's a lot of handicraft, right? So now we're going to get white sharpness. Our affinity is going to be pretty bad, though. Let's see what our affinity is at. 5%. Yeah, that's pretty low. And let's see what we have for our decorations. All right, so we don't have room for much. We're going to drop this crit jewel. It's not helping us at all. We're going to go ahead and put Elementless in there. That's going to raise our base attack value. It's a better option than crit because we're going to have low affinity no matter what. And we have all these small decoration slots left over. Let's fill them up with valuables. Definitely vitality. Oh, we have another medium decoration slot, huh? Let's go with the sharp decoration if you have it. Protective polish. If you don't have protective polish, ooh, what do you think? Protective polish or weakness exploit? We're going to go with the weakness exploit, actually. That last level of weakness exploit is giving us 20% more affinity, and I think that's more valuable here. Yeah, because protective polish is more situational. So we have 4 decoration slots left over. Let's go ahead and build vitality. All right, and then we have 1 small decoration slot. We can put that toward fire resistance, just like last time. So we have vitality, protection, fire resistance. We're basically not going to be getting crits on the target. We're basically not, but we're going to get Part Breaker 3. We're going to be very tanky. We're going to have some white sharpness. We're going to have plenty of blue sharpness, right? And that's the goal here. You got 21 fire resist. Yeah, we're good. So let's go ahead and save this build because we're not going to use it right away. All right, there's Terra Tyrannus. Here's Terra the Buster Glat. We're going to override this. So there's our budget build number 2. It's very similar to the first one. And what do I want here? I want my Forager build. There we go. After playing this for so long, you'd think I would be more elegante when I'm going through my menus, but I'm just not. Okay. Let's go ahead and ready up another track run.
Hello.
I pushed the wrong button. Oh, right, I have to look at the rewards as well. These are the rewards from the last run. Let's see if we got a new weapon. Appraise. Okay, we don't need that one. Nope, 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 nope. Ah, that's so sad. I was hoping to get a new insect glaive. Nope. That's what I'm looking for. Nope, nope. And nope. Sell all. That has been the pattern for me. I mostly do not get what I want. Here we go, we're posting. And we're in. Let's check out our player list now. Our player list has got to be full. Yeah, we got to be full here. It looks like our lowest level member is Artemis. I think it's Artemis at 67. Yeah, and maybe what we'll do at some point in the stream is we'll make sure she gets into one. I don't know. Let's go ahead and eat so that we have more stamina. Makes this a little bit easier. All easy track run though. Scared. There, we'll just ready up. Yep, this is just the track run. Nothing special going on here. We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about to pass the time. Yep, anything at all. Talk about how Kulve Taroth doesn't give enough rewards. Which I think is true. Her rewards are so stingy. I think I've come to realize that I can do reviews that tell you how great the QR weapons are, but it's like, it's not really useful to the majority of players is what I'm realizing. Callum says, I would love to see a bow, or dual blade, or light bowgun budget build. Okay, yeah, for sure. Anthony says, I'm Artemis, new player, but know your guys, which are great. Thank you. Tracks only. You will be kicked if you attack after being told not to for pursuit 1 or 2. That's right. You will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Don't do drugs, kids. Unless you're doing might pills. Might pills are okay. Might pills. Have you guys ever noticed I noticed when I was doing the canteen guide that the drinks in the drinks that they were offering you in the canteen, they're alcoholic beverages. And this seems like a game that could be marketed toward kids, you know what I mean? Monster Hunter does. So I was kind of like, what? And I was thinking about doing maybe like a joke about the might pill, but I didn't. I'm not messing around with that. People probably wouldn't even get the joke, apparently. People just take what I say literally. Yeah. Here I am, Gameconomist, getting all butthurt. Whoa! I did not mean to fall. Also, we forgot to empty our inventory out. That's why we couldn't carry that Devil's Blight. Let's go ahead and catch up to Kulve Taroth then.
I'm ready.
Gameconomist, what about Mega Demon Drug? Oh, good point. Yeah, they actually call that a drug, don't they? Mega Demon Drug. Monster Hunter anime is definitely for kids. Well, there you go. Kulve Taroth footprint. And now we just do this for a while.
Look!
Where's Ryu? Kind of miss him not getting the jokes. Yeah, that was actually pretty funny. I remember that. Yeah, Ryu, he, I think I said some goofy joke about, that must have involved someone's mother, you know, like a your mom joke or something. And he got really, like, personally insulted, like, you're coming after my family's honor or something like that. I have no idea what happened. No idea. I was, like, confused because he seemed really upset. And I was like, is this guy upset or am I just misreading it? And then it was like, oh my gosh, he is upset. And then at some point I was like, or is he just a troll? So I couldn't figure him out at all. He's claiming David Larson as me. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like I have time to manage the live chat while I'm playing. Sure. Had to have been a troll. A troll or somebody who's not too socially graced to think clearly. I don't know. I play video games. You meet a lot of people who are not socially graceful when you play video games. It's just a fact. Let's not hide it. Oh, I don't want to hurt this. Oh, I hurt him. Poor little Gadulaka. Ryu uses Hadouken. Y'all watch JoJo? You know, JoJo actually popped up on my recommended feed for Netflix. And I was like, this must be what they're talking about. But I have not watched it at all. Oh, Rebix asks, why aren't you guys damaging? Here it is. I'm posting my guide now. Castle hair. I'm socially stupid as heck. I don't know. You know, it just kind of makes sense because video games are a way to have social interaction, but not like have to deal with all of the real world risks of social interaction. You know, when you're talking in the real world, you're gonna have like totally different power dynamics, and you're gonna have to. Maybe you're not that good looking, right? Nobody likes to talk about that. Maybe you're not that good looking. You don't have to deal with that in the video game. You know what I mean? So video games have a lot of advantages for people who are socially awkward. Is this another one? Oh, it looked like it was lit up over here. Weird. Which stream was with Ryu? Well, the Ryu stream is not available for viewing because Capcom claimed it. Capcom claimed that stream, so they get all the revenue for that stream, and I just said, nope, I'm just not going to revenue share. It's very frustrating. I don't know why they claim my streams. Capcom will claim my streams. YouTube will demonetize my streams if they have something like the feet sniffing one. That one and the other one got demonetized as well. Feet sniffing got demonetized, and I'm trying to remember the name of the other one. They didn't get fully demonetized. What happened was YouTube warned that I'm not going to receive many ads on them, because I had suggestive content on it. Like, oh man, YouTube's really driving me nuts lately. They really have. They have this new creator studio, which is very poorly designed, and you're forced to use it. They're advertising to creators that they should spend money to promote our videos now, which totally changes the whole idea of YouTube. YouTube's supposed to be like, you make a quality video and the community decides if you do well. Now YouTube's suggesting I can pay money to do well. Think about what that means. We're just turning YouTube into another corporate TV situation, right? That was what made YouTube innovative. It was kind of like this idea of, if people are enjoying the content, it'll do well. Now they're saying you can make your content do well if you pay us. It's a pay-to-win situation. So I don't like that. I don't like the new creator studio. My inbox is full of videos that have been copyright claimed by other parties, and I'll go to it, and you can actually challenge these claims. And I already recently won one of those counterclaims, but it took like 3 weeks for it to go through. It took like 3 weeks for it to go through. It's outrageous. So for 3 weeks, they just get all the money from that video. So I've got that going on. Especially a lot of my older videos are just getting claimed like outright, like just one after the other, and it's the same company. It's just claiming them. It's just like going down a list. Right, she's going to be over here. So we've got that going on, and I don't know if you guys were watching. It was in the news. Well, it was in the internet news. 2 tech CEOs were talking about banning Ben Shapiro from YouTube because they don't agree with his politics, basically. And it was a CEO I don't know of. She's part of some big firm. And then the CEO of YouTube, which basically she said something along the lines of, well, he hasn't broken our community guidelines, so we can't ban him. However, what we can do is, if he's almost breaking our community guidelines, we can hide his videos. That's what she said. So that's a big no-no. And man, it's frustrating. It is very frustrating. There's no like alternative to YouTube. That's why it's so frustrating. Like, if you don't like YouTube, you can't go to whatever BoobTube and post all your videos over there. You don't have that option. You've got one option, it's YouTube. For some content creators, you have Twitch. But for me, I use my style of videos, long form guides, I use YouTube. So it's like literally my only option. It's very frustrating. YouTube sounds like they approve microtransactions in video games. Shake my head, pay to win. Yeah, it's exactly a pay to win. So if you're talking about YouTube, they forced all of their, they forced all of their content creators to switch over to this part of their website where we manage our videos, and it's called the Creator Studio. And their new Creator Studio is, I don't like the design of it at all, because they actually now give you advertisements of their own stuff. YouTube now actively advertises their own stuff to content creators. The other thing they do is, I've found 2 ways now to promote my videos with real money. So I give Google money, and then Google like forces you guys to see my video pop up more often. Strongly against that. Strongly against that. If I was a much smaller channel again, like, you know, like 5,000 subscribers, and everyone above me has already an income, they've already got an income to pay for ads, you know, what am I supposed to do? So really, really crappy. I don't agree with that at all. But they make money off of it, so of course they're going to do it because that's their job. You know what I mean? And the problem is no competitor, so they can just do whatever they want. If they had a competitor, the competitor could do something like say, we'll never force you, we'll never create a system where you can pay to win. But YouTube, they can do pay to win. Why haven't it's actually surprising they haven't pushed it on us more at this point, because it would make a lot of sense for them to push that on us. They have no competitors. Let's see what everyone's saying. Had to be the smoking fat one, Strem. I don't know what he means by that. Ben Shapiro's the left's nightmare guy is a savage. Big Daddy says that how some people are out here making money, they're out here claiming every video they can, and they know the most won't bother with. Exactly. So what Big Daddy has pointed out is what PewDiePie has pointed out, is what H3 has pointed out. It takes your time to fight those counterclaims. You have to go out and you have to say, no, actually, this is a copyright-free music video, or music, source of music, or no, the company claiming that this music belongs to them, it definitely doesn't belong to them. You actually have to go out and do that, and it takes your time, and it takes like 3 weeks for YouTube to catch back up to you, and in 3 weeks, they've already made their money, so what do they care? They don't care. They're like, sure, we can make money for 3 weeks. We don't get penalized for it, for making a false claim, and we'll just claim everything. And then whether we win, whether we're right or wrong, we're just still going to make money. All right, here we go. We're taking our budget hammer build now. This is the build once again, Handicraft 5. This gets us to White Sharpness, Health Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Part Breaker 3, Divine Blessing 3. So the Health Boost, Divine Blessing, and the Fire Resistance give you a lot of defense. Max Might 2, Non-Elemental Boost. You'll notice no crit boost, and that's because we don't have enough affinity. We don't have enough affinity. Let's see if we have another team out. Okay, we have some more teams out. We're gonna wait a little longer. We'll wait a little longer for them. Yeah. It is very frustrating, guys. I listen to a lot of news. If you didn't know this, I'm always listening to the news all day, every day. NPR, CNN, I'll listen to Fox News, I'll listen to Ben Shapiro sometimes. I just listen to everything I can all of the time. Even like Yahoo News, whatever it is. And one of the biggest issues I think that we're facing in the future when it comes to free speech is you have a lot of massive tech firms, and they're part of the private sector, right? But they kind of play a very public sector role, meaning if you want to talk about politics, you kind of have to do it on YouTube. If you can't talk about politics on YouTube, you're not relevant. But you have YouTube coming in and trying to make a decision. This is how we're going to run YouTube, and we're not going to allow certain political views to be spoken about. And that's a very, very dangerous situation. It's a very dangerous situation. So I would say, yeah, I don't know what to do about it, honestly. I honestly don't. I don't know if you guys knew this, but in 1911, the Supreme Court decided that we had an oil company that was too large. What was the name of it? Something Oil. Standard Oil? I think it was called Standard Oil. And they used America's antitrust laws to break up that oil company, and I wonder if we should be thinking about doing that with giant tech firms that completely control. They're part of the private sector. They can make algorithms that decide who gets recommended, who doesn't get recommended. They can censor people they don't like, right? And I wonder if we should have our antitrust laws deal with that. So we're still waiting. Well, actually, we had those guys come back, right? Let's go ahead and just get started. We got to keep the stream moving, honestly. We're going to go ahead and get started. Hassan says, I'm surprised at how fast the quest counter opens the quest book for you. On my PS4, the quest book opening animation is like 5 seconds. That's because if you hold down right bumper, you'll actually speed up the animation, if you didn't know that. So you can speed up the animation by holding down the bumper. Alright, so Silent Wolf says, I'm thinking about trying other weapons like the bowguns thanks to your tutorials. I was afraid to do it before the crafting ammo while fighting. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Let's see what everyone's using. So we have a Rosio again, Anna again. Do we have the exact same team again? I can't remember. Did we have Scourge last time? Kiar Blitz Thunder again. Anna's bringing Kiar Dagger Spark. It's a great weapon. And Scourge is bringing Emperor Shell Sticks. So this is a pretty good team right here. We're going to do fine. And we're going to eat, once again, we're going to eat a chef's... Oh, do we have... No, we don't. Okay, we're going to eat the chef's choice platter. Alright. We're going to hit standby for departure. I did a lot of talking there. Yeah, it's a pretty big issue. It's a pretty important issue, you know. I should probably be talking about Monster Hunter, though. Tuxie says, Ben Shapiro is a fairly strong-worded man who does talk about facts. The people on the left who don't agree with him get very angry because he has a different view on politics. I think that Ben Shapiro has a pretty strong understanding of maybe the foundation of political philosophy, right? And he simply disagrees. I think in the end, a lot of the times your political philosophy is based a lot on your understanding of how politics work, but also it depends a lot on your religion, right? It really does. It depends on your actual view of how the world works. and he has a particular view, and it is a sincere view that makes sense from his, you know, from his belief system. And the question is, should he be allowed to speak? The question is, should something like Facebook be allowed to silence him?
I'm ready.
Just because they don't agree with that worldview. Am I gonna finish this? I'm probably not gonna finish this. Yeah, I didn't get to finish it. That's too bad. We wanted the Big Bang. Alright, so she's running off over here. Do we get a knockdown on her? I didn't see. No, we didn't. Okay. And she's gonna pop up out of here next. So let's go ahead and fill the cannons up here.
See you around, buddy.
Yep, freedom of speech is a pretty big deal to me. I don't like, I think when the rules start changing so that people have to worry about their right to have a platform to speak on, I think that's a very bad sign about people's liberty, the liberty that you have. I should be down there dropping mega barrel bombs. Oh, we're gonna be dropping mega barrel bombs now. Actually, there's not much left to do here. Let's jump on back with the wedge beetle. When she stands up, she's gonna go a little crazy, I think. She's turning red. It's because she took a whole bunch of damage. Gonna go ahead and drop these on her horns. Giant horns are chipped now. And the question is she going to stop in the middle over there? Sometimes, oh, that's her roar? Which means she's actually going to not stop in the middle. She's going to keep moving. So we're going to come over here.
You ready?
Do a cannon run only. Oh, somebody already dropped that. Okay. Nice. So we did a nice chunk of damage to her mantle. Let's grab this beetle here. Beetles really let you travel fast. Dark Hadoo asks, most boring Elder Dragon? Kushala Daora. Kushala Daora is the most boring, in my opinion. Alright, so we did some mount damage to her. Very important for stage 4. Makes it very easy to mount her. And let's go ahead and sharpen, because we're right here. Castle Hare says, I have a lot of friends who actually see the other side of their political view as evil. I think that's one of the things that's really changing in our modern society. I think that a lot of people are kind of leaving religion behind, and what's sort of happening is politics is becoming the new religion. Okay? So people are either completely gone from religion, or they don't really believe it the way that our parents and our grandparents viewed it. They think it's like maybe more of a social, cultural thing, and not a true like theological belief. To them, it's more like community, right? Oh, there we go. That's broken, and she's roaring. So I think that people really have left churches behind, and now they want religion to replace what church used to do. Church used to tell people how you should act, and you were pressured by your community to act that way, your religious community. And there were consequences for not acting correctly. You went to hell, right? Stuff like that. Well, now they want the government to play that role, and it's just not a good idea. It's like it's almost like a secular theocracy. I think I said that right. Yeah, they want like a secular theocracy, right? So that's something people in the West, the American West, have really, for the most part, avoided being a theocracy. And it used to be in the past that a big criticism of the conservative right was that they were too religious. And the question is, what happens when everyone's actually atheist? What actually happens then? Well, interestingly, I think what happens, and I didn't appreciate this as a kid. I think what happens when everyone's mostly secular is that it's not like the principles of religious behavior go away for a secularist, they actually... Here, she's going to make me flip. I think that they end up being embedded in your politics. And a faint. Alright, we're missing a line. We gotta be careful. Okay, her arm. The Admiral just said that we have enough gold, which means we don't have to do anything else right now. Her horns are chipped, and we have enough gold. There's literally nothing to do. I guess what we could do while we wait for her to go to the next area, let's go ahead and gather some stuff. Here's a herb. Blaze nut. I don't even know what blaze nut does. Here's some more herbs. I know there's some clusters somewhere. Here's a bone pile. Ooh, bondberry, I'll take that. There's nothing to do with Kulve Taroth right now. We have enough. Oops. Is that her roar? Ooh, that's not her roar. She's trying to smack people. Yeah, we've broken off all of her parts. We're gonna need this. We'll go ahead and drink this right now. Of course, if you needed to, you could take this moment to go and change your build. Here's an adamant seed. Oh, and I'm full.
Keep looking. Don't let up. We're bound to pick up the trail somewhere.
I probably should have done that. Should be maintaining my white sharpness. So in stage 3, she's going to shed her mantle, and what we should probably try to do is drop a boulder on her if we can. That would be nice. It's going to make it a little easier. Okay, so if we can get her to come over here, that would be nice. I suspect we won't get her to come over here. We just dropped that boulder on her. I think what'll happen is she'll stand up and then she'll shake off her mantle. That's my suspicion. And then she'll actually run to this door right after roaring. Okay, there's her mantle. She shook it off just like I said. She's going to attack one person and roar. And now she's going to come right over here. See? See, I know what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and try to get some damage on this tail. We got a few hits in. It was just a few hits, but you know, every little bit helps. And that's my phone. Here we are in stage 4. We're running down by ourselves. If you're really a new player, don't do that. Make sure that you have your team with you so that she divides her aggro. What? Look what I did. Oh, no, that didn't actually work. Here it goes. Oh, too early. Too early, too early. She's gonna fire that again. No, she's not. What is she doing? Come on, Cole, where are you going? Oh, I can't believe that hit me too. I thought I was just out of the range. Alright, so we dealt a little chunk of mount damage there, is what we actually did. Another chunk of mount damage. That's too bad. So I can see that the person with the bow is actually getting ready to put her to sleep. Oh, that's Erosio. So Erosio's playing a crowd control role right now. He's using the Legiana bow. Very powerful for stage 4. And here's a trick you can do. You can actually set down Mega Barrel Bombs down early. And when she lands, you're going to get this little explosion. So I guess we were off by a little bit. I think it still counted toward her horns. Looked like it did. Actually, I get the honors of waking her up. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the last guy. I thought he'd already placed his bombs. Oh snap, I didn't realize you could change your direction so much after running off the wall. Alright, that's her Fury. We're going to go behind her. This is a great time to attack her tail. We're going to try and use... Oh, man. If I had better range. That's one of the weaknesses of the hammer. The hammer doesn't have a lot of good range. Roll away from the falling ceiling. Alright, let's break this tail. This is the big bang combo and it's gonna deal a lot of damage. Yep, there it goes. So we're done with that. We're not gonna finish that. We also want to try and mount her one time. She KO'd? She's not KO'd. Bow users are trying to KO her right now. We can actually help with these stones, did you know that? Right, that's gonna be her new arch-tempered attack that she gained. She's been paralyzed. Wow, I did not realize that there was a hill there, but we got our jump attack right there. Nice job, everyone. Gameconomist, I still really love triple bombing with either randoms or in my own group. It's so satisfying. Are you talking about when she's going to sleep? Yeah, when you put Kulve Taroth to sleep, if everyone kind of understands what's going on, you can actually bomb her while she's going to sleep a lot of times. I think it's about 3 times. Zenogri says he messed up the crowd control chain. You know, that's okay, we still got her. She's easy. So that was a budget build for the hammers, very similar to the switch axe build we just used. I say, somebody said they wanted to see like a light Bowgun build. I think that that's legit. We'll take a look into that right after this. I mean, the light Bowgun is going to be even easier because if you're talking about light Bowguns have access. Oh, they have access to the Xeno'jiiva Beta and Alpha armor set. Because, as I said, these budget builds are going to include the Elder Dragons, so they should definitely be able to build one of the best builds in the game. It's weird. I can't believe that counted as a hill over there. Where was I? We were like over here, right? Were we over here? Oh, too late, it's over. I'll test it another day. As a hammer main, you shouldn't big bang on her tail because of the tail moving so much. Do charge 1 into backswing and then triple triangle. Yeah, I agree. I realized that as well when I tried to big bang her tail. I had the same thought. Alright. The Magnum Gammetus is my new favorite weapon for Kulve because of how much you can crowd control her in the last phase. That's true. That's a lot of crowd control. Alright, so what we'll do, I think we'll put the light Bowgun build together afterwards. We'll do the foraging first, and then we'll put the build together. So let's grab our empty slot here, and then we will change our build over to the forager build. She's like, good evening, hunters. Oh, man. I'm just getting no rewards from doing this. It's really disappointing. It's because I have almost everything unlocked, and they probably have it set up so that it's even harder to finish off your collection. Really, really ridiculous. Alright, let's go ahead and start up the next forager run. And when we come back, what we'll do is we'll put the build together so that everyone else has a chance to finish their runs too. Wow, every time I comment, he completely misses, ignores it, and I have to keep repeating myself. Sorry, Safety, I'm playing the game, man. If only I could watch 2 screens at exactly the same time. Like, what if I could move one eye to my right and one eye to my left? Near Autonoma crossover, attack boost isn't that good overall. I don't know if I agree with that. Do you play on Xbox at all or just PlayStation 4? Tyler, I only play on Xbox. You've got it the other way around. Level 4 attack boost is okay. SpongeBob crossover. Have you shared your forager build? Yes, many times. If you want to see it, I will show it to you real fast. Here it is. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the Thunder Insect Glaive. Yep, I need the Thunder Insect Glaive. Matt Kearns says he's doing budget builds and attack gems are hard to get. Yeah, I haven't ran any attack gems on the builds so far. Yeah, no attack gems. Sailor Moon crossover. I don't know about that. Has anyone tried Legion of Favor for better rewards? I did. I tried Legion of Favor a long time ago when I was getting started in this game and I needed more gems. Actually, I need more gems now. I need Anjanath gems and I need Odogaron gems. Campo says that he just got an attack gem. Congratulations. I want to have a plankton boss fight in the Krusty Krab with the spatula hammer. Oh my god. What is he talking about? Gameconomist, last time you read the comment literally right under mine. Kind of what happens, safety on the two wheels, is I'll finish doing something and then I look over at the screen and I have a whole list of comments and I just kind of pick one in the middle or near the end, you know, like near the most recent. I don't pick and choose comments. I just kind of start where I start. Is the Glutton Bowgun rarity? I finally got the Kiara Fire Charge Blade. Oh, nice. Family Guy crossover. 400 hours in, and that's the only one I've gotten in the world. Yep, that's what everyone else has said. Actually, a data miner revealed that the drop rate for attack decorations is like as low as the lowest drop rate that they offer for any of the attack gems, despite it being a rarity 7 gem. Oh right, I'm supposed to collect items. Oops. Oh, I did it twice. I didn't know you could do that. Bondberry, honey, mandragora. Mandragora. Devil's Blight. There she is. She's kind of getting away from me. I gotta hurry up. Devil's Blight. Honey. Devil's Blight. And we're jumping down.
You can do this. Over here.
I'm ready.
Alright, Scoutfly level 1. Scoutfly level 1 extended. Oops, I just beat up on a Gajalaka. It's not my fault though, they run like right in front of me. They honestly do. Oh, I didn't even kill him, so we're fine. I'll just turn invisible too, so he can't see me. Scattered gold chip. Thanks to the Appreciation Fest, I got a total of 3 attack gems. Oh, he must be talking about the Greatest Jagras and the names of Lavasiath. Those event quests were giving out a lot of decorations. Blue mushroom. Dude, I have hundreds of Kulve Taroth runs. RNG sucks. I feel ya. Yep. Yep. Ship. Julio says someone's attacking. Send them a warning, and then if they continue attacking, give me their name and I'll boot them. No attacking, guys. You'd think that they would be, like, curious why the people around them aren't attacking. Like, if I was by myself... No, I'm sorry. If I was in a group of 4 people, and I was by myself attacking, and I noticed the other 3 players aren't doing anything, I'd be like, what is going on? Mark says, I can never find a solid team for this fight. That's because you need to join our Discord, man. Join our Discord channel. If you're on PlayStation, use the @PS4 LFG ping. Tell them you want to put together a track run session. You know, you want to put together a quality session where people run tracks on Pursuit 1. Yeah, tell them that. Gameconomist, maybe you scroll up to read Safety's comment. Okay, does Safety have a comment? I do not think I have time for that. I started scrolling, but Kulve Taroth is getting away. Scattered gold chip. Did I miss one? What is it telling me all the way back here? No, I don't think I missed one. Scattered gold chip. Sins asks if there's any open spots in my session. It is possible. Nah, it doesn't look like it. It looks full. I think people have learned to join the session not just because of the live stream, but actually because it's a quality session where you're going to get everyone kind of doing the track runs at Pursuit 1, which means you're just getting better rewards. You're getting the rewards faster. That's because if you get into a team that they're genuinely trying to kill Kulve Taroth at like Pursuit 1, you know, they're not going to do it. They're going to fail, and they're going to make your first run last like 20 minutes. That's what they're going to do. Whereas what we're doing is going to take us about 8 minutes. It's going to get everyone on the same page to Pursuit 5, and everyone's going to get nice rewards. It's going to be easy. I have nothing better to do. But get this scout fly level up buff ready. Budget build means that it doesn't include hard to get items, crossover, Archtemper to Kulve Taroth. That's right, so I'm avoiding any kind of RNG weapons. I'm not going to be using any gamma armor. This is armor that anyone can use. That's the goal of these budget builds. And so I had somebody asking me to do this the other day, and I thought it was a good idea. So far we've done 2. We've done hammer, and we've done... Did I go the wrong way? I didn't go the wrong way. We have hammer, we have switch axe, and now we're going to do light bowgun, which I think is a great option. Because with the light bowgun, you have the Xeno'jiiva beta and alpha armor, which everyone can totally farm for. Tyler says your budget builds can run 1 attack decoration since it's given to you in the main story. Yeah, but we're not really worried about that. I'd rather have vitality and protection. Look at he's got his boulder cannon or cannonball here. Just getting his workout. Does budget build include not having streamstones? Because I don't have any. I mean, not necessarily. You don't have to have streamstones for these builds, but I do show you, if you do have the streamstones, I show you what you should augment for. So yeah, it's not like anyone has to have this augmentations for these weapons, but if you really want to play them in a nice way, it's strongly recommended that you have them. What about Devil Joe dual blades? That's probably a good idea. Oh, is she turning around? Yes, she is. Okay, there's a scattered gold chip. Man, how are you not sick of this game yet? I don't know. It's a silly question. You could ask that to anybody who plays a game for a long time. Just ask that to like a League of Legends guy. Oh man, why do you still play League of Legends? You're still having fun. Oh no, I kicked that crab. Oh cool, I got the last footprint. Mark says he's getting bored of Monster Hunter. Yeah, you know, I think that Monster Hunter would be improved greatly if it made the arena more competitive, right? Right now, the arena is the only like PvP mode in Monster Hunter World other than like the arm wrestling. I think that the arena could be changed up a little more to be more interactive. I think that the multiplayer mode, regular like co-op, could be improved a little bit as well by having a true scoreboard that shows what everybody did. And then you can like play with people and try to get a better score than them, right? Do more damage, whatever the number comes out to be. The other thing they could do is make some rewards, like make them like shiny Pokemon. I've said this before in a video, but they should have some rewards that are really like shiny Pokemon, and you're just trying to get something that looks really cool, and it's very hard to obtain, right? But it's rewarding to obtain it. So we're going to go ahead and put together a light Bowgun build, and we're going to do it with the Zenjiva set. Let me think about it for a second here. So we're definitely going to want free element. I need a moment to think. We're going to want free element. What's the best way to build free element here? You know what? So we're going to take the Styx Light Bowgun. Here it is. So Styx Light Bowgun, this is not a gamma, this is not a reward from a gamma fight, from an Arch-Tempered fight. You can fight Lunastra right now, regular Lunastra, and unlock this weapon. So everyone should have access to the Emperor Shell Sticks. And then Emperor Shell Sticks is already giving us Spare Shot, so we just need to build free element. And I'm questioning how I want to do that. I think that the waste... It all depends on what I do over here with this charm, because I could just have you guys do free element out of this charm slot. But that would require you guys to build that charm slot, and that's kind of expensive to build, as opposed to simply using the beta legs from Kirin. But the Kirin beta legs also come with negative fire resistance. Here they are. Okay, there's the Kirin legs. So we could do that, and then the helmet could simply be... Well, there's a variety of ways to do this, actually. Okay, so there's a free element. So we're done with free element level 3, and we have Razor Sharp Spare Shot. The rest of the build would be Part Breaker, and getting your Weakness Exploit. No, not Weakness Exploit, Maximum Might. We want Maximum Might. Right, so actually, this helmet would be much better, wouldn't it? Nergigante helmet, and then over here, I'm pretty sure we can still build by free element. Definitely build that way. Oh, that's all my options, huh? Not a lot of options. So I have the Nergi helmet, Cove Rage beta. Oops. That's the equivalent of the... Yeah, I think that's fine. So we have Urgon Male Alpha, Urgon Coil Beta, Kulve Taroth Rage Beta, Kirin Leg Guards, and Nergigante Helm. And then over here we have an open slot. And what we could do a variety of things over here. But I think what we'll do is just take health boost, because I think that's very reasonable. Most people will have health boost. We'll drop these. Okay, here's what the build's looking like right now. Health boost, ammo up, part breaker, max might, power prolonger, which is useless, and spare shot. We'll go ahead and finish off max might. Max might is actually very valuable. The reason max might is so valuable here is because it's a... Here it is. It's a static affinity type. Oh, why isn't it letting us... Oh, because I'm trying to fill the small slot. Here we go. We already have health boost. What we want now is definitely thunder attack. Okay, so 3 is as high as it will go. You could just do 2 though, so we might lower it to 2 in a minute here. The other thing we could do is crit eye. What are we at? We're at 50% affinity. That's not quite what I would want it to be. So I tell you what, here's what we're going to do. This is the health boost charm, but we're actually going to trade it out. We're going to trade it out for critical eye, because you can actually build critical eye. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to build critical eye, and then we're going to drop one of those bolts, and we're actually going to put some critical eye there as well. And I'm going to assume that you guys have 1 or 2 critical eye decorations, right? You should have a little bit. And then in this last slot, then we'll go vitality. See? So we have our vitality. So, because I believe that most players have vitality, and then some players have a little bit of expert. So we have critical eye 6, health boost 3, ammo up, part breaker, max might, thunder attack 2. I think we're pretty close to done. Help me out if I'm missing anything. We're at 75% affinity. What you're going to do at 75% affinity, I'm going to actually make one of these weakness exploit. Now, the reason that's going to help us is when we get to stage 4 and we want to break our horns, we're going to be able to just shoot our horns with slice ammo, and the weakness exploit will actually work on our horns. I need to look and see if there's anything I'm not thinking about, because I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting anything? Just looking to see if I'm forgetting anything. Let's put a fire resist there for now. I think fire resist is a good option. I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that covers it all. Crit eye, health boost, ammo up, part breaker, max might, thunder attack 2, weakness exploit 1, razor sharp, spare shot. Yeah, I think that covers it all. Alright, it looks like people are back from their quest. What we're going to do now, we're actually going to pick up our sticks loadout here. We have a loadout just for this weapon. You can take a look at it here. Honestly, we don't need the null berries on this. I'm going to drop the null berries. Snow herb is on because of a different gun that also uses this loadout. Slash berry. And our ammo types. So let's go ahead and update that. We got rid of null berry. Oh, you know, what am I thinking? Null berry's fine. I just don't want to hold 10 null berries. There's too many. There we go. When you hold 10 null berries, you can't gather any new null berries. That's the problem. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Let's
hello.
see if everyone's back, actually. Oh, we're actually waiting for one team to come back still. What we could do, we could pick up our mushrooms and reset. We could refertilize our remaining mushrooms, or we could just get started. Let's just get started. I tell you what, let's just
How's
get
the
started.
hunting?
I do want to keep the stream moving. So here we are, we have a budget light Bowgun build for players who want a really powerful build against Kulve Taroth. This is probably your strongest option against Kulve Taroth. So if you're a little uncomfortable with using light Bowguns, you really should try to get more comfortable with it, because this is going to be really good. Also, I forgot about this. The recoil suppressors are going to be, or the custom mods are going to be triple recoil suppressor. That's what I mean to say. So when you're wondering, oh, Gameconomist, what do I do for the mods? Triple recoil suppressor is necessary for that thunder ammo. And that's what we'll be using is thunder ammo. Who do we have with us? Anna, Ava, and Erosio. Erosio's using Taroth Arrow Thunder. He's using a light. He's using a bow. Ava's using Taroth Blaze Thunder. Taroth Blaze Thunder. She's taking a defense boost. I don't actually agree with that. If she wants better defense, I recommend taking fire resistance instead. Definitely fire resistance, because a lot of Kulve's damage comes from her fire. Defense boost is never very. It's just not a very strong skill. And then Anna takes Kjarglaive Spark. That's actually the weapon I'm trying to unlock, by the way. I'm trying to unlock Kjarglaive Spark. And that setup looks absolutely fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and eat. We're going to eat a... It looks like we're going to eat a Chef's Choice platter. Because I did not see feline insurance. And we're going to head off. Thanks for joining the chat, by the way, guys. I appreciate having you here. Let me know what budget build you want to see next. We've done Switch Axe, we've done Hammer, and now we're doing Light Bowgun. We're at an hour and a half into the video. I might do one more build after this. Zenugri says defense boost is the worst skill in the game. Don't build it. Yeah, it's not a very strong... I mean, there's probably worse options like ammo capacity, if you're being honest. But it's really not as good as you probably think it is. It doesn't give you as much defense as you think it does. Defense boost is best girl. Lance, bow, hunting horn. Maybe Lance.
At last.
It's hard to say. It's hard to
Reminds
say.
me of that.
This is a really good one, though. For budget builds, this is a really good one. Because players should definitely know how to do this. how to use the light bowgun.
You ready?
Alright, so we're dropping these boulders on her head, and we're going to go ahead and fill up this cannon. I think we can make, we might even be able to get 5 shots here. Oh, we're definitely going to fill. Alright. There it is, it's right on her. And we are firing. Look at that, horn gold plating broken. That was not just us, that was the guys on the ground too. But you could see we were getting a whole bunch of damage on those on her head. So the first thing that happened really in that situation was we dropped the boulders in such a way that it did part break damage to her head. Alright, we're just going to hold this now. Alright, she's going to move on. She's going to pause it all. Where's she going to go? She is going to pause. We're going to keep using these then. We might only get 1 shot. Oh, but Rosio's helping. That's good. Alright, we might be able to get a stagger. Well, we're going for it. She's about to leave. She's about to leave. Alright, she's gone. Yep, 450 damage per cannonball is pretty good, especially if you're kind of a newer player. You can't really afford to use all of your mega barrel bombs. And I actually just like the cannon because it offers like a different kind of challenge. I think that mega barrel bombs are more effective, but the cannons are still a lot of fun. Yeah, if you want to be the most effective, just go use your mega barrel bombs on her. 2,600 damage from those falling rocks. That's why you can't miss them. If you miss those rocks, your team's missing out a lot of damage. We're going to go ahead and push this toward this wall over here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and join them. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Oh good, somebody's dropping it. Oh good, nice job guys. I thought that that wasn't going to land. We're going to go ahead and reposition this now. Huh, I wonder if this will actually just hit her. I'm curious, we're going to do a test. I suspect it'll hit right above her actually. No, you can see it's actually landing. Wow, it's just barely landing. We might be able to get one more in. Oh, it's nice. She slowed down there. Nice, okay. When it hits her right on the back like that, I'm not actually sure if it contributes that much. Your real goal is to hit her in the head, or to hit her in the arms, or to hit her in the tail with those cannons. So, let's go ahead and set up the last cannon. I haven't seen her horns get chipped yet, so there's still an opportunity to chip the horns. When the horns are chipped, everyone can ignore the rest of her body and just go right for her. Everyone can ignore her head is what I mean, and go for the rest of her body. Dual blade budget build could be fun. I think that's a... Ooh, but we're only going to use craftable weapons, so that's a big part of this as well. So I don't know if there's any good craftable dual blades. Yeah, I have to think about it. We're only going to use craftable weapons for the budget builds. Alright, and so we have the cannons filled. Really all we have left to do is wait for her to run around that corner. She's going to roar soon. There she goes. Okay, she roared. Admiral says, good work, don't lose track of her.
You ready?
And we can just hold on to this button. If you guys didn't know that, you can just hold on to it. And when she comes around that corner, we'll blast her. There she is. Very good. We did our part. I'm doing my part. We're going to get some mount damage on her as well. Okay, so we got our mount damage. That's going to help the person who wants to mount her in stage 4. In stage 4, we're not going to be the person mounting her. We're going to deal straight damage to her horns. We'll use our sleep ammo if nobody has any other form of sleep. So that's our job. As before, I'll play without any mantles, because I'll assume you don't have good mantles. You can see that we're just going to get tons of damage on her. So she's going to pop out, and we're actually going to use our mines here. Get some heavy damage on her. Okay. And now you really got to be careful. Don't get greedy. Alright, she's shooting at me. She's shooting at me. Just go ahead and keep shooting at her. Yeah, you know, you guys will see me die on stream every now and then. And a big part of that is just because maybe I'm talking too much, maybe I'm playing recklessly, but the biggest thing, most of all, is I'm trying to deal really high damage because I want to kill her faster. Because I've already killed her so many times, right? This is a true grind at this point. And I'll make a mistake because I'm too greedy. That is the most common reason. And I shouldn't be greedy. Alright, so, oh, what was that? Something flinched her. So what you can do to cause the chip on her horn, you can actually fire this slicing ammo right here if you want to. I don't think that you really need to, and the reason for that is because we still have stage 3 to chip her horns.
Keep yourself together.
Let's go ahead and put these. Oops. Alright, wrong way. So there's our mines. We can actually shoot through them to get them to prompt. What's she doing? Okay, so the Admiral says that we have enough gold for the research. What we're going to do now is try to chip those horns. We don't have anything else to do. Alright, so that's our slice ammo. Uh oh, we're in trouble. See how fast she turned around to kill us? She turned around very quickly. It looked like everything was fine, and she was like, nah, I'm going to kill you, actually. Yeah, she does not mess around. I should be sparing with the slice ammo because we're going to be using this for stage 4. Giant horns chipped. There's nothing left to do. So what you could do at this point is you could go back to camp and trade your build out at this point. You can do anything you want. There's really nothing else to do. Is she aiming for me? She might be aiming for me. Oh, I didn't make it up, huh? How do I make it up there? Oh, I see. There's one more. I missed it. Oh, there we go. We were at the top of the map. Oh, there's a honey up here. Of course, I can't bring it with me. That's too bad. Here's a mite seed. I can collect that. So she's gonna go off to the next section. There's nothing we can do to her. Her horns are chipped. We've the Admiral already told us we've got all the gold we need, so we are literally just waiting for her to go to stage 4, at which point we can get back to attacking. I can wave hi to you guys. Let's get down there. So in a minute, it's going to say that she shed her mantle. Oh. They dropped a boulder on her, so it'll definitely say that she's shedding her mantle right afterwards. What I think I'll do is I'll have the slicing ammo ready. Is she gonna shake or not? Wow, she's still attacking. I wonder why that is. You know, there's still behaviors about Kulve Taroth I don't understand. So the Admiral said that we're done. We got all the gold we need. Oh my god, she wasn't even aiming for us. She was aiming for Anna, and we almost walked into it. But yeah, my question is, the Admiral said we're done with the gold, so why hasn't she shaken it all off yet? Is it because perhaps there's an internal amount of damage you must also reach? Could it be you must break all of the parts at least once, and there's a part we didn't break yet? Just something I'm wondering. I don't know if anyone has the answer to that. Somebody probably does. Somebody who's fought her a lot and asked the same question and done some tests. Look at that. She still hasn't shed. That leads me to believe that it's not just an issue of how much... It's not just an issue of how much parts have you broken. It makes me think that there may be a part we've never broken before and it needs to be broken, or that we need to do a set amount of damage that we haven't reached either. It's got to be one or the other. There aren't a whole lot of other options, right? The reason that I suspect that you have to break all of her parts at least once, the reason I suspect that is because I distinctly remember having a run where she just wouldn't leave stage 3 even though she really should have, and I was with the team and we were pretty sure it was related to the fact that we hadn't broken one of her arms yet. We knew we had not broken that arm yet. Kulve Taroth will leave the locale soon. So I wondered if, see, the best way to test this would be to have our whole team right now completely stop attacking her and see if she sheds her armor. Oh no, we're missing a life. See if she sheds her armor without us breaking any more parts. Because the Admiral already told us that we're done breaking her parts. He said that, you know, that's enough gold for our research. Look, her right arm still needs to be broken. I bet you that's it. I bet you after the right arm gets broken, she sheds. Because the tail is always easy to break. It's the arms that are really difficult to break. Oh, the arm did not break and she just shed. So what was it? What was it that caused her to shed? I really don't know. I will never know, I suppose. Somebody knows. Alright, now as you can see, the slice ammo is not really doing that good of damage to her tail. Foxy says when the Admiral says that, it's because of Fury state, not because of Phase 3. You need either 5 parts broken in her in Phase 3, or received at least 8 billion damage.
Now get out there and show us how
Okay,
it's
so you
done.
have to get 5 part breaks in Phase 3. See, that's something I didn't know. Assuming that's accurate. One of the things is people will tell you stuff and sometimes it's not accurate. Like when somebody told me that feline insurance stacks. You have to actually kind of test it. But it sounds reasonable because obviously she wasn't moving on to the next area. So I had to be something. Let's go ahead and just put down at least one of our mines so that they're, our wyvern blasts, so that they're constantly regenerating. Alright, she's going down.
Watch yourself.
One. Oh, somebody woke her up. Somebody woke her up. Can I blow this up? Yes. I don't know what happened there, but that was not what you want. Our team just lost out on a lot of damage because of that. Okay, there's the Fury state. So personally, for attacking her tail, it might be easier to do the sticky ammo on it. It might do better damage. Tail is broken.
Oh my. Oh dear.
Okay, we're done with that. And now we'll jump back over to the slice ammo. There's paralysis on him.
Watch yourself.
That's a Rosio using crowd control again. I think we only have 1 life left, so we really gotta be careful at this point. He's going for the KO. We can actually help with that, with our sticky ammo. Yeah, so we got a little bit of sticky ammo. We can help him get that KO. Uh-oh, she's after us. Okay, easy move. No problem. Let's try and help get that KO. Ava's trying to get a mount on her right now. Nice. Okay, that shot was good. Okay. Ava just got the... Oh, bad timing. Ava had just gotten the mount when she got KO'd, unfortunately. That was not planned. That's alright, we're gonna get plenty of damage right now. And she's gone. Yeah, we're fine. Very good, guys. Sublimated weapon. Everyone's kind of talking about why she wasn't shedding in stage 3. We didn't break enough parts for area 3, so I bombed her and left the hind leg to break it. The reason why I'm curious about that is because somebody had told me that when the Admiral says that's enough gold for our research, you've actually reached your target for breaking her gold parts. So that other information that I was told must be inaccurate then. That even he can say that basically, and you still have to keep breaking parts, is what I'm saying. Kulve is retreating to the Iceborne expansion. Maybe she'll be in the Iceborne expansion, that'd be funny. AT Kulve Taroth is Iceborne's final boss. Alright, let's go ahead and gather these. We got that done in 14 minutes. That seems fine. Courage the Cowardly Dog crossover. Admiral saying once you get enough gold means you got the Fury mode. Okay. I think that it has to make sense because she didn't shed when she got down there, so we were obviously still missing something. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards. Car Buster Water. I already have it. Already have it. Already have it. Oh, you're killing me. I already have it. None of these are new. Sell all. Alright, well, we're going to do one last build, I think. We'll talk about what it should be. Let's go ahead and save this first. Oh, looks like we already did save it. Alright, so we're going to jump over to our Forager build next. This will be our last reward cycle.
Welcome, welcome.
See you later, Campos Jesus. So a few people are saying dual blades. Trying to make a decision. I think that it would be better to show people something like Greatsword, don't you guys think? I think that dual blades... What do you get? Because technically the Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword can be used. That's a craftable weapon. So I feel like a Greatsword build would make more sense. James Dice wants the lance. Raphael wants a bow. Dual blades can be Fire and Ice, Devil Joe, what else? Greatsword. I don't know what GW is. For dual blades, you would use Dual Destroyers 3, the ZC ones. Greatsword. I'd like to see Lance or Glaive, but I'm cool with anything. Fire and Ice are trash dual blades. Greatsword, Greatsword. Wyvern Ignition is an event reward, though. That's a fair argument that it's an event reward, but it's like, it's one of those event rewards that always comes back. So, and it's not a difficult quest. So if you're talking about how hard it is to obtain the Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword, it's really not that hard to obtain. Dual Blade Gun Lance, that's a point, Gun Lance. Although with the Gun Lances, those are Kulve Taroth rewards, the ones that I would choose. Dragonator, Glaive, Dual Blade, Greatsword, Fishing Rod, Dual Blade. So a lot of people do want the dual blades, but I'm thinking that it would be smarter to do Greatsword, to be honest. And maybe next time I'll do a dual blade one. I want to do Charge Blade, but I know you suck since you skipped Zanagri class on children. His class. You guys are funny. Bow, huh? What about bow? That would be the, what is even the name of that monster? I can't remember now. I haven't fought it in so long. Some I do actually have the Kadashi strike bow and the Legiana bow, which is what you would use. I'm actually kind of, if you guys didn't know this, I'm kind of avoiding builds that require the player to own two versions, a thunder and an ice version, and that's because it makes it less complicated for the person playing, and that's exactly what I want. I want an uncomplicated build for newer players. So raw damage builds do really well with that.
You ready?
Bonberry, Mandragora, Honey. Bitterbug. Mandragora. Devil's... Oh man, did I forget to empty my inventory again? I think I forgot to empty my inventory again. Yeah, I must have. That sucks. Watch is gonna tell me no room. Oh well, let me collect that. Weird. But it says I'm full on. Yeah, I probably forgot to empty my inventory. That's okay.
You can do this.
Kiara capturing it.
Over here.
Kadashi bow was the meta before the stick-slide bowgun. That's an interesting thing to point out, I suppose. I don't know if it technically is the meta though, is it? Maybe it is. Yar capture net OP. Raw damage charge blade with part breaker 3 does pretty well. Okay, so I think I would like to make that eventually though. The thing is, I'm going to be ending the stream soon, so we really only have room for one more. Devil Joe Hunting Horn. I think that Devil Joe Hunting Horn is a legit one as well. Yeah, definitely. Zanagri says Kadashi bow is terrible now. Why not wear Assassin's Creed mantle while farming resources? I guess you could. It would make you faster. It's not really a big deal. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Goddamn Assassin's Creed mantle. If only it would have been better. The way shedding works is... Oh, I don't know why the thing's telling me to go that way. Hold on, I gotta read this while I'm playing. Having 5 broken parts in her body when she is in Phase 3 and Phase 2. The catch is that she has to be stunned or distracted so that she doesn't dig. Huh. Interesting. So then, I think I see what you're saying. 5 parts broken at the same time. Is it bad I want stupid items like a better slinger, fishing rod, capture net, etc.? I don't think there'd be any problem with that. Yeah. Before Kulve Taroth comes back next, learn the Charge Blade. It's the only thing we never see you run. What I really need to do is I need to go and fight Anjanath, and I need to go and fight Odogaron. So maybe I'll do a video where I'm just farming those. I have no idea. It is a big pain in the butt earning those gems, and I need so many of them because the problem I'm running into is as I expanded to other weapons, I actually ran through all of my reserves of gems. Right? Like I always had a few of each of the gems. Now I have like none of any of the gems. And it's because I've gone ahead and I've augmented everything. Slinger is OP. Look at this little dude. Yeah, it's almost time to end the stream. He's gonna pop up and give us some more. Here we go, scattered gold chip. Charge Blade has a mandatory health augmentation. I think most weapons do. The only exceptions are bows and like spread shot. Even the speedrunners use the health augmentations because it affects things like peak performance, you know? I didn't mean to smack him. Man, go away, man. Scattered gold chip. Collect her footprint here. Charge Blade augmentations are almost always health and affinity. Only weapons that don't use health are most dual blades outside of the QR ones. Dual blades, again, similar to the bow and the spread shot, don't really do well. Spread shot bowguns don't do really well with health augmentations. Scepter thinks that the Streamstone system is stupid. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I kind of agree. Yeah, I have to go farm all these gems to go get this augmentation in my weapon. If it wasn't based on like particular monsters, it wouldn't be so annoying. So like I actually get tired of fighting Anjanath, and I get tired of fighting Nergigante and Odogaron. It gets really annoying. TGC, yes, that is what I mean, and with stun, she gets hit by the rock of the method I use for phase 2 that is dropping the golden plating, and that way she sheds in 2 instead of 3. Oh, I see what you're saying, Foxy. So you're saying that you actually avoid breaking her horn plating in stage 1 because you want to try and break it in stage 2 so that you can get 5 parts of her mantle broken in stage 2 to cause her to shed early. That's an interesting thought. I wonder if that would be more difficult or less difficult for like a casual run, because you're also relying on your teammates in stage 2 to break her chipper horns. Footprint. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And she escaped. It would be cool if you could trade in your streamstones for other streamstones. True. There's a lot of things they could do to improve the game, honestly. Wow, we got 20 tracks that time. That was pretty good. Okay. We need to put a build together. Greatsword is going to have Wave of Ignition, Impact, Greatsword. Longsword's going to have the Reaver Calamity, I would say. Sword and Shield, I don't know. Maybe like the Barrett Club or something. Dual Blades, probably the Devil Joe Dual Blades I would use. Hammer's already done. Hunting Horn's going to be the Devil Joe Hunting Horn. Lance is probably going to be the Odogaron Lance. Gun Lance is going to be, I'm not sure. Switch Axe we already did. Charge Blade would probably be like the Diablo's Charge Blade. Insect Glaive is going to definitely be the Devil Joe Insect Glaive. Actually, you could do the Ruin Insect Glaive. Insect Glaive's tempting. Light Bowgun we already did. Heavy Bowgun we haven't done. And Bow would be the Kadashi Strike Bow, followed by the Ice Strike Bow. Or the Legiana. Legiana Bow. Can't talk. So, oh, man. Let's just get Greatsword done. Let's just get it done, guys. We're going to get Greatsword done. We can finish the budget builds next time. We still have time. So, for the Greatsword, honestly, what we're going to do is very similar to what we did here. We're going to go ahead and get that Wyvern Ignition Impact Greatsword. Okay, and we're going to drop a lot of that affinity. Question is, what do we drop? I think in this case, we're going to go with Part Breaker in this slot, and then we're going to go to the Urgon Mail. We're going to drop Protection. We're actually going to take the Damascus chest piece, because it's valuable here. Okay, so Breaker Charm and Urgon Coil are giving us Destroyer 3. Now we have Focus in the build. We do not need... Oops. Actually, it is kind of nice having the Death Stench Heal. Oh, right. So I understand this. The question is, how easy do I want the build to be? How easy do I want the build to be for others? I think that's enough white sharpness, honestly. Let's go ahead and take these off to make things less confusing. Part Breaker 3 is on the build, but we actually don't have a lot of medium slots open. No, this won't do. This won't do. We gotta have something else. Damascus chest piece increases your damage and gives us 3 small decorations. It's a really good choice. I feel like... Ah, man. I feel like the most we could do is change the head and the arms. We're not going to use Draken Armet. Weakness Exploit, and then if we're taking that, we kind of have to change the arms too. But we don't actually have a lot of good arm options. Diablos Nero Braces will finish Focus. But then we're losing Maximum Might. It's actually more important here. So we're at negative 5% affinity. It would be smarter right now for me to trade off the Death Stench Heal, but the reason why I hesitate to do that is because it makes it harder for others to copy this build, because they would basically have to have Part Breaker decorations. So we're going to go with Handicraft Charm instead. It's more efficient, we're getting an extra slot, and down in these other legs we're going to have to build Destroyer. See, Destroyer 1, Destroyer 2, and then up here we're going to finish Weakness Exploit. And we have 2 slots left that would have been Maximum Might anyways. But we did get Focus as well. So let's go ahead and take Elementless here. And 1 level of Maximum Might. Diablos Nero Braces. The Diablos Nero Braces and the Dragon King Eye Patch have me scratching my head. I want to use the Gallus Suit, but I'm avoiding the Gallus Suit because I don't actually know if we'll ever get a chance to earn that again. So I don't want to make it like a primary thing that people should have. I don't think that's fair to them. What are we looking at so far? Only 5% affinity. Really not that strong. But we are here already. I mean, we could fill the rest out with... We can fill the rest out with Crit Eye. It's just that I don't know how much Crit Eye everyone else has. So I would say I'm going to fill out the rest with Crit Eye. But if you don't have this much Crit Eye, fill it out with like Fire Resistance and fill it out with Protection. Alright, so that's going to significantly help our affinity there. We're going to get 80% affinity when our coat's red. Let's go ahead and start our fight.
It's so good to see you.
Sorry for the long wait, guys. We'll go ahead and save that build. Yeah, the problem is that it requires you to have 6 crit eye decorations, and I'm skeptical about how many people actually have that. Alright, we got Rosio, Anna, and Adelante. And let's go ahead and we can look at their builds. Rosio's going Kiara Blitz Thunder. It's a good choice. Anna's going Kiara Bow Spark. It's a good choice. And Adelante is going Kiara Blitz Thunder. Also a good choice. Let's get started. Is your Greatsword augmented? Yes. It is augmented with health boost and affinity. TGC, hope that I made you look in the right place next time you're wondering what's up with the Kulve. David Larson, any weapons I should look after? I think I have all the good ones by now from Kulve. I think what I've been discovering about Kulve Taroth as we go is that the weapons with kind of like a medium attack speed seem to be getting a good deal from the Kiara weapons. So the lances and the insect glaives are 2 examples of this. I suspect it might be the same for the switch axes, but I have to do a lot of testing before I know this for sure. Boop.
You ready?
Alright, falling boulder.
See you around, buddy.
Oh, Adelante is actually going to reposition this. And we can actually fire ahead of time. Did you know that? Adelante is like, here, I'll help you. Look at that. Getting parts broken. Oh my god, is she really? She's stopping right here, huh? I'm gonna run out of cannons though, is the problem. Cannonballs. There's a limited number you can use. Yep, I only got 2 more. We're gonna go ahead and fire. And we're off. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to load the cannon. Giant horns chipped. So we're done with the horns. What that means is when you're dropping the boulders, you don't actually want to drop the boulders on her head. You want to now drop the boulders on her body. Particularly her tail if you can.
You're my kind of hunter.
You can do this. Over here.
I'm ready.
We got a nice little jump attack in there. I'm just hitting the wrong button though. Oh, is anyone going to drop those boulders? Nice job. Nice job. Alright, let's go ahead and jump back over to our cannon. Honestly, I think it has to be a little more to the side. I wonder if I can actually shoot her tail as she's going in. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like. So she's going to go in. And I'm going to fire this now. Huh. Can I get one more shot in even? Her tail seems pretty visible right now. I think that would have landed on her tail. So think about that for the future. It actually might be better to shoot her in the tail as she's escaping into her den. And what we'll do now, we'll... Oh, somebody's already over there. A Rosie, yo. We'll push this over here. She should just get really angry after she's done over there, and she'll come running down here. Three, 4, 5. Alright, and now we're just waiting for her to come down the road. Okay, the Admiral's telling us that she's going to the next area.
You ready?
See Atalante over there getting ready to shoot her. I'm gonna go ahead and fire. Nice chunk of damage. What was our build again? We have Crit Ice 6, Health Boost, Weakness Exploit, Focus, Handicraft, Part Breaker, Max Might, Non-Elemental Boost. Okay. Oh, gold.
All right.
Oh, that really not hit? Jeez. Alright, we really messed up that side of her body. Her horns are chipped, so we're just trying to break various parts. Left gold tail. Oh, okay, there she goes. So he was right. When you break all 5 parts at a time, that's going to give you that oops. She's going to shed. Very nice. So we got enough of her parts broken, which is brings her into the Fury state, I suppose. And then we broke all 5 parts, and she was able to shed in stage 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually draw her into the back of stage 2. We're going to get a head start on the damage on her. We're going to drop these boulders on her. Hopefully she focuses on me and not on him. Come on over, Cole. Come on over. She's trying to shoot me.
Watch yourself.
Come over here, Cole. Yes. Man, I don't even know if that would... It looks like it's going to land on her. We're going for it. Oh, perfect. Look at this. Nice. I'm just gonna go for it. Nothing. We didn't get anything from that. That's okay. So we gotta try and bring her under this other one as well. Nice. Tail broken. Tail broken. Can I get a mount as well? And she's causing this area to light up. So this is where having all your resistance really comes into play. All that fire resistance will really help right here. We just lost 2 players. Look at that, she's running right into that fire. Oh my god, this is like the easiest. You get like an extra crowd control from all this environment. If we broke her horns right now, this would be the first time I've broken her horns in stage 3. Ah, it's gonna be too nice. That won't happen. That would be too nice. Oh, I mounted her. Oh, we got the mount. Oh my god, she's running right into the fire too. Oh my god. She's running right under that boulder. Oh no, she's leaving the boulder now. It would have been nice if she stayed under that boulder. We could have gotten a third crowd control. That would have been so wild. Man, I should have been recording this. This is going so well. This is the kind of footage you want to show people. 1, 2, 3. She's already got her tail broken, so... snap. Oh man, if we could keep her crowd control, that would be so cool. Look at this. We're just tearing her up. She's running to the next area. You gotta be kidding. Come on. Oh, that sucks so much. I thought we were gonna freaking end it right here in stage 3. We're getting so much damage on her. Can't believe we didn't end that. Really thought it was gonna be in stage 3. Jose says, doesn't the damage on the horns reset when you reach stage 4? Is that true? Does that actually happen? If that happens, that's very disappointing.
Now get out there and show us how it's done.
That would actually be something that we should know about, because I mounted her. So if that's the case, I shouldn't have mounted. Concentrate your attacks on her horns. She's so sleepy. Alright, people are saying that her horn health gets reset in stage 4, and that is something I am actually willing to believe, because I think that's what I've observed as well. Yeah, because her horns should have already broken by now. So what that means is I should not be mounting her in stage 3, if that's true. We're going to get out of this fire as fast as we can. Go ahead and eat a max potion. So you can at least break her tail in stage 3 then. That's what that means.
Oh my. Oh dear.
Come here, Cole. Her horns are broken. James Dice says, HP doesn't even reset. After chip damage, she does not take any damage on her horns until she's in stage 4. Alright, it's good to confirm that. More than one person is saying this is true, and actually it feels that way. Feels that way, like we actually did a ton of damage to her horns in stage 3, and I imagine if she had any horn life left, we would have gotten to stage 4 and they would have just popped right off. That definitely did not happen. So Nogre says she can't be killed in stage 3. Once you chip her horns, you can't damage her horns anymore. They take no damage. Your mount was a waste. The way you said that, your mount was a waste. But okay, then no more mounting in stage 3. Thank you for letting me know, guys, because I did that last time too. Did that last time. Good to know. Yeah, something that is new to me. I did not know that. So then in stage 3, if you know she's going to shed, or you know that she already has shed in stage 2, your only goal in stage 3 should be to damage the tail, which can be broken ahead of time. And then after that, you just let her do whatever she's going to do and leave. Yeah, you're right, Carter. I've never heard or seen of that. Which, it makes a lot of sense why they're not breakable in stage 3, because I haven't witnessed it either, and I've been fighting her this whole time. Alright, nicely done, everyone. Alright. Okay, so we'll save that build, and I think that ends the stream, guys. Maybe tomorrow we'll do more budget builds, and we'll get... I wonder what the best budget build we've seen so far is. It's hard to compete with that Greatsword. That Greatsword is just dealing terrific damage. You can target her horns really well. The light bowgun's not bad in stages 1, 2, and 3, but you honestly need a different light bowgun. You need like a stage 4 build is what you need for that light bowgun. That's what it felt like. So just doing this like slice ammo, it's okay, it's not bad, but it doesn't compare to like what you're doing with the Greatsword.
It's so good to see you.
Alright, let's go ahead and collect our rewards. Do you think there should be something like Kulve Taroth weapon tree? Yes, I would have preferred that. Alright, we already got that. We already got that. Oh my lord. Guys, I'm so tired of not getting any rewards. Just another round of no rewards. Alright, guys. Those Kulve rewards are stingy as F. I might get on again later tonight. What I should do now, I'm going to go ahead and work on a new video. I don't know what I want to work on. You guys have fun. You should keep playing if you can. Because this group is a good group for farming Kulve Taroth. But only if you guys need a farmer, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Thank you all for watching the stream. I will see you guys again next time.